You're listening to Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast with your boy E-Man.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man coming at you with episode 82. This is the Average Joe Sports Talk, back with the heat. It's been a minute. It's been almost 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks since I've posted my last episode. Like I said, your boy is all about bringing the quality and not the quantity. And today, I got a quality podcast for y'all, man. I have some nice heat. I got some good stuff going on, man. We're going to hit some Zion Williamson. What do I think of Zion so far? Back to his return from injury to the Pelicans and the impact he's made on that team and how much it changes the landscape of that team with Zion in it. We gotta talk some XFL, man. I'm actually impressed. The XFL week 3, these boys are making some noise, and we're definitely going to hit on their highlights and what I expect the future would be for that league. And finally, I definitely want to touch on the top landing spots that makes the most sense for quarterback Tom Brady based on the time he has left for the NFL. I told you, man, we got a lot of fire in this podcast today, this episode today, so we got to get to it. But before that, let me tell you something a little bit about Jazz Sports. Jazz Sports is your best choice for all well-rounded sportsbook. Have you seen all jazzsports.ag has to offer? With over 20 years experience, this landmark of online sports betting provides action fans with the best odds and player benefits. Interested in low rollover bonuses? Choose between 2 fantastic premiums with tiny rollover requirements. Watch your favorite games live through the exclusive Jazz TV feature and bet on your game as it unfolds with top-of-the-line live betting odds. Funding is easy as cashing out. Jazz Sports provides you with the safe and convenient payment options. Use promo code EMAN150 and receive 150% free play bonus to start up your account. Don't forget, Jazz Sports offers high-quality betting lines, true odds, and parlays, same-day payouts, and many other unbeatable action perks. Make the move today. Go to jazzsports.ag now and register your new account. Use promo code EMAN150 and experience online sports betting like never before. All right, so here we go, baby. Let's get started all up in here. And Zion Williamson, I mean, you know, top draft pick. The dude got busy. We know what he did in the preseason, and I did even a reaction episode about it. And then, of course, he got hurt and did not play the first 2 months of the year. But that was the past. This is the present. And Zion has been back for about 11 games now. He hasn't disappointed. I know everybody gave Zion a lot of crap his first game back when he only had like 4 points through 4 quarters. And, you know, they're limiting his minutes. And then the dude goes on a 17-point fourth quarter, goes 4-4 from 3, and takes his team down to the final minutes. Impressive. Since then, he has not disappointed. So far, this young man has come back through 11 games, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's done about 11 games right now. And look, man, he is on fire. He's doing the same thing he did in Duke. He's playing that same type of play that he does, power, speed, and he's not even 100% yet from his injury. 11 games back, he's only averaging 27 minutes a game. And in 27 minutes a game, he's averaging 22.4 points per game. All right, a little over 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and under on block, which I'm surprised there because he swatted a couple of shots like the nosebleeds, man. But what's really impressive, and it's not a surprise because this is what he does, is shooting 57% from the field. That's pretty crazy. He's actually 36% from 3, which he took. The majority of the threes he took were in that first game. Then after that, he's gone back to basics, which is post up, face up, use your quickness over the bigger guys, use your strength over the smaller guys, and bang it, boom, power. And the Pelicans are a complete different team with Zion in the lineup. Watching Lonzo Ball going up on the court and just throwing lobs out there, man, it's pretty amazing. It's actually an entertaining team to watch. The Pelicans are very fun to watch, man. Zoe catching up lobs, throwing up lobs to Zion. You know, B.I., Brandon Ingram doing what he does. Had a couple of great passes last night in the game that he played against Portland. By the way, Zion owns Portland. Oh, and I forgot to say today is February 22nd, Saturday. Okay, so I like to timestamp my shows out there. And he's been amazing. I mean, the team right now in the last 10 games with Zion Williamson are 7-3. That's how much of an impact he's actually made on this Pelicans team. They're 7-3 in the last 10 games. This team is over 500 since Zion came back from injury. Right now, they are number 11, 23 and 33 in the standings out west. They're 5 games behind from the winning column from number 8. I'm sorry, actually 4 games behind, the 24-32 because they won last night, from the Memphis Grizzlies. And right now, it's going to be a battle of which rookie takes his team to the playoffs. John Moran, who's the leading rookie of the year right now because he's played all season and he's been super impressive. Zion doesn't deserve it based on 11 games. But honestly, be honest with you, with the numbers he's putting and the impact he's having on the team, if the Pelicans make the playoffs and Zion plays the rest of the season, hopefully he doesn't get injured, don't be surprised if Zion gets a nod, man. Or maybe we have another repeat of co-rookie of the year between him and John Moran, just like Jason Kidd and Grant Hill did a couple of years ago because both teams did so well. And both players were so important for the team. But right now, Zion is the key for the Pelicans. He got drafted number 1. The numbers he's putting up on a limited amount of minutes because he's still not in basketball shape, believe it or not. This kid's going to get better. Don't worry about him being so explosive and the fact that his body may not be made for that. Let that deal with the doctors and everybody else. Just enjoy the time this kid has in the NBA. The 11 games that we've given has been a small taste of the future of the NBA. And I'm digging it. I'm enjoying it. This cat can ball. I like the fact that he's a humble dude, comes from great family values. And guess what? You can't hate that. The NBA needs more of that. Humility with skill and excitement. And Zion Williamson is all 3 of those combined. And is a great time to be an NBA fan. He's going to help the very, very tanking ratings at the moment. You know, the poor ratings at the moment because they're losing to everybody. They're losing to the XFL when they're going head-to-head. That's how bad the ratings of the NBA are this year on most of these games, even unless LA plays. You know what I mean? Or Dallas. That's pretty much when the ratings actually are positive. But anyway, I think Zion Williamson, like I said earlier, he's the truth. He's going to be the truth. If this guy stay healthy, man, he's really fun to watch right now. It's going to be more fun as he develops and creates his skills. I'm going to say it right here. Zion takes the Pelicans to the playoffs. He will win Rookie of the Year. You heard it here first. Your boy E-Man said it. It is what it is. Let's get it. Moving on to the XFL. Man, yo, listen. When the first heard the news of the XFL, I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. Here we go. Vince McMahon getting involved in something he should not. Throwing his money away, just like he did the first time around. Are we gonna have? He hates me as the players, I guess, face of the league, marketing, whatever you could call it. I'm just kidding. We're gonna have those goofy, camera angles again that he had. Is just Vince McMahon gonna be out there announcing the first time an XFL game goes out there? Hey, welcome to the XFL. We're gonna have the wrestling gimmicks again, just like the first run around. That's what I thought when I first heard the news, right? As more and more information came about this league throughout the year before he came out, all right, you got Andrew Luck's daddy running the league, and I forget who the other ones. You got some good football minds right here. I'm like, all right, hey, not bad. The AAF, the American Football Alliance, comes on and tanks completely, so it's not helping the XFL in the sense of like confidence, but it is helping them the fact that there's not another space in there that you could go ahead and take over. Again, I was like, okay, it's going to be another AAF, and they're going to fail miserably. But then more information, solid information came out that the XFL is going to guarantee 2 seasons, because they have enough funds to guarantee payroll for 2 seasons, expenses for 2 seasons, and all that good stuff. So, okay, so we got to get 2 seasons of crappy football. And here comes week 1. Today is week 3, which there was some pretty good games today. You had, that game with the Roughnecks. And I forget who the other team was. It was pretty good. That PJ Walker and Cam Phillips got busy today against Tampa Bay. And the last game, the Renegades against the Dragons. Yeah, the Dragons from Seattle. It was a pretty good game. We got down to the wire. So what I'm trying to say is that the first 2 weeks came above. Enjoy the first week. Saw the differences of different league. And I'm like, all right, this could work. It's entertaining. So I said I'll probably watch maybe 3/4 of this stuff, right? Well, no, I watch a full day, 2 days, week 1. And I caught myself by surprise. I was like, what the hell is this, man? I'm watching the XFL every single game that's on TV. Here are the things that I enjoy about the XFL so far. The kickoff. The NFL needs to go ahead and copy that. That's a great idea. Not only just to, prevent more injuries, but it makes a lot of sense also offensively. The interviews in the sidelines, there's a plus or minus there, but I dig it. It sucks that they're going to interview somebody right after a positive or a negative play, and you're going to get the real deal. Hey, I dig it. Not going to dig it when it's midseason. These guys are tired and they're going to tell the reporter, hey, get the off my damn face, all right? I don't need to talk to you right now. That's going to happen eventually. But right now, it is working. The sideline interviews, man, right after the play. The fact that you could hear the coaches call plays, that's pretty cool too. That's pretty cool. The booth review, the transparency, you know, you got the guy reviewing the call and there's a cameraman right there in front of him looking exactly at what he's doing, going back and forth. Dig that too. So far, a lot of pluses for the XFL. Week 1 comes and they actually outsold the American Football Alliance, or the Alliance of American Football, whatever you call the AAF, season tickets for the whole year in the first weekend. So the total ticket sales that the AAF had through whatever games they play after they shut down before the season was over, because they couldn't keep payroll or anything like that, the XFL outsold them in week 1, ticket sales wise. Pretty crazy. Right now, the competition is sick. Look, it's a different football league. And the great thing, the difference between this and the first XFL go around by Vince is that Vince is nowhere near in the picture. He's the money man. He's in the background. He has some football brains running the league like a real football league. Damn, Vince, one thing about Vince, man, he makes money. And if he loses, he's going to learn from his mistakes and remake that money twice fold. And that's what he's doing. There are some good faces out there. This is only 3 weeks, but let me tell you something. Landry Jones is supposed to be the face of the league. Today, he had a good game, second game back. That looks good. You got some NFL players, Dunbar, Pierre, whatever, I forget their names. There's a couple of guys out there. But PJ Walker right now and Cardell Jones are 2 of the biggest names right now that I see that are definitely showing faces. They're giving the example of the league. Right now, this is the buzz of the league. Cam Phillips, back-to-back 3 touchdown games. Again, this dude was scouted by the Bills, I believe, and they didn't draft him because of injuries or whatever the case may be. But there's going to be some wide receivers, maybe a quarterback or 2 that can get a job back in the NFL as a backup. But there are some ex-NFLs players, college players that did not get drafted, Canadian Football League, Arena Football League kind of guys that you're maxing together with real coaches. Bob Stoops, Horn. I mean, you got a lot of coaches. Zorn, the Seattle coach. That's a lot of NFL minds, man. A lot of offensive coordinators, a lot of NFL offensive coordinators, different defensive coaches. You got NFL minds in here with a twist. So far, the 3 weeks, I think it's been a success. And the numbers are definitely proven. The ticket sales, definitely, if you can't compare them to the NFL, you got to compare it to the AAF, has been a ridiculous example of how well they've done. Game 3 today, we saw more of the same. The other part is, the fact is, the team ratings compared to the NBA and NHL. So the teams, let me run this back. The team ratings, when you compare them to the NBA and NHL in their markets, the XFL has actually been higher than those teams, except if the Lakers are on TV. So at the moment, any other NBA team or NHL team has been outrated by the XFL when they're on TV at the same time. And this is what I'm trying to say. In Tampa, the Vipers are averaging 4.7 household ratings, while the Lightnings are averaging 1.6. The Tampa Vipers is the XFL team. The Houston Roughnecks are averaging 4.6 household ratings compared to 2.3 for the Rockets. The Dallas Renegades have averaged a 4.0, while the Mavericks have averaged a 1.5. I take that back about the Mavericks. Oh, and the Stars in the NHL are 0.4. The Washington, D.C. Defenders are averaging a 3.4 household rating compared to 1.2 for the Capitals and 0.6 for the Wizards. The Guardians have averaged 2.1 household rating, beating out the Rangers, Knicks, Nets, Islanders, and Devils, all which have averaged a 1.0 household rating or less this season. Again, the only exception is the Los Angeles Lakers are the only team that have destroyed them. Now, again, Seattle is a top home market. That's what I meant at the beginning. They're averaging a 6.9% local household rating through 2 games. Now, there's no local teams to compare them, but 6.9% household rating is higher than any of those. In other words, I might have confused the crap out of you, but what I'm trying to say is when the XFL teams of that particular market or that city are beating their NHL and NBA team unless it's the Lakers. I know they had high ratings their first time around, for these 3 weeks, and there is a consistency pattern here. The XFL is going to do what the AF couldn't do, and it's great because we got to get a nice 2-year sample size, and they could definitely be that bridge between high school, college, and the pros. There's a couple of guys there, a couple of defensive guys that play 1 year in college, did not want to stick around because they can't do the schoolwork. Who the hell cannot do the schoolwork in college when you're a scholarship student, when you're an athlete, because they give you the easiest classes? Unreal. I still don't understand that. But they don't want to play college because they don't want to deal with that. They could play the NFL until they're eligible. I mean, the XFL until they're eligible and go to the NBA. And go to the NFL. That's what you got right now. The guys that need the second chance, here you go. You want a second chance in the league? You're a free agent, here you go. The XFL is your opportunity. And then the washed up players, man, that cannot hack it in the NFL any longer, but they're still have enough skill that they will serve a purpose. The XFL is your league. I think it's a win-win situation for the XFL and also the NFL to have a little bit of competition and have like a minor league system through the XFL. That's going to be probably the actual role of the XFL. And right now, they're doing pretty darn good, ratings-wise. Got to give it to Vince McMahon. Through 3 weeks, his product is working. So moving on from the XFL to the NFL. What do we got here, huh? Tom Brady still a free agent. Lots of free agents still out there. Rivers is not coming back to San Diego. Rumors about David Carr getting traded to the Bears. He's posting pictures with his boy, Mac McKeel. What is it? I forgot his name. I forgot his first name, but it's Mac. The former defensive end from the Raiders that got traded to the Bears. And Tom Brady still doesn't have a team, man. Today, I want to go over the same thing everybody else going out there, but I'm going to give my own twist, right? I'm going to tell you what are the best landing spots that makes the most sense for Tom Brady. He's 42 years old, all right? He recently put his house in the market in New England. I don't know if he sold it yet or not. We know his wife wants to go to a warm climate area because she's from Brazil, and she's hot. She's hot not only by look and nature, but hot temperature-wise, bro. Because she's from Brazil. Brazil is hot as fuck, all right? So Giselle needs some heat, baby. She's getting it from Brady, from Tommy, but she needs the heat around her, man, environmentally. So anyway, that's me poking some fun of the situation. But I'm going to give you the best landing spots for Tom that make the most sense for him, all right? For his career, his future, his wife, his family. And, he's 42 years old. So this guy say he wants to play 2 more years. I don't know why. But anyway, let's get on with this. Enough babbling around here. I believe, first of all and foremost, re-signing with the Patriots should be his top option. The Patriots can go all out this offseason. Sign Brady and then get them all the weapons they need. They have the name. They have the clout. They could get players for him. Take a look at this. Look at this here, right? They got eliminated in the first round. Brady lost with a pick six that it was actually a freaking pass that came off the hands of a wide receiver. So it's not like he threw the pick directly at the defensive end for Malcolm Butler from the Tennessee Titans, right? Anyway, but if you think about this, right? If Antonio Brown had not gone flaky, all right, all these issues had come out and would have stayed a full year with the New England Patriots, and Josh Gordon, who remained in the team as well, because at one point you have both Josh Gordon and Antonio Brown playing in the same team with New England. If these two situations would have panned out and they would have stayed in the picture for the full year, we would be talking a different game about Tom Brady and how they got eliminated. Because I'll guarantee you the New England Patriots would have been facing Kansas City in the AFC Western Conference, in the NFC Conference Final. That would have been for real. Because they would have definitely taken out the Titans that game, and they were taking out also. They would definitely taken out Lamar Jackson and the Ravens if you had those two weapons with them, along with Julian Edelman. That was just the draw of the luck, man. They usually take chances on these recovering players that are talented but never pan out in other teams, like Randy Moss, like Sefer Ochocinco, and for example, and they make it work. It didn't work this year because they did not last more than a couple of games. That would have been a different picture this year. Those two guys would have worked out and stayed with the team for the full season. So, in other words, you can go out there and get him some decent weapons. He needs tight end. He needs a couple of good wide receivers. He needs a stud in there too. So for me, I think New England has all the right connections. They have the right amount of clout out there to get him the weapons he needs. So he should resign with New England, man. It's a system. The system does not work. The New England system does not work if it's Belichick without Brady or Brady without Belichick. And if Brady leaves, we're going to find out which one was more valuable to the New England system. Next team that makes the most sense to me in the order, number 1, New England. Number 2, the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to tell you why. Brady has ties to Mike Bravel, former New England protege here. He played with him. He also coached him. They have a beast running back in King Henry. A.J. Brown and Corey Davis are really, really good tight ends and young. We know he likes veteran wide receivers, but these two cats can probably work well with Brady because of their athletic ability and how good they are. They have a tight end that's not too shabby either, and Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith is nasty. You're going to have a Gronkowski there, all right? Maybe not in that context, but you got a darn good tight end, all right, in Jonnu Smith. And they have a pretty decent offensive line, which, New England has an outstanding offensive line, and anywhere Brady goes needs to have a solid, as good or better offensive line. He's 42 years old. He's not going to move in that pocket. I think number 2, the Tennessee Titans are the best team, the second best scenario for Brady. Number 3, the San Diego Chargers. Come on, man. They got all the weapons in the world. Keenan Allen, stud. Mike Williams, stud. Hunter Henry, if he could stay healthy, stud. Top tight end if he could stay healthy. Running backs, Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler. Lots and lots of nice weapons. It's California. Supermodel Gisele Bündchen is going to love it because her business is in California. She's super rich. She's a model. She also has a whole bunch of clothing lines and all the other crap. Cali is a spot where she wants to be, and I could tell you that for a fact. The only negative part about San Diego, about the Chargers, is they don't have a good offensive line. You need to give Brady protection, because if not, I think you're going to have the same results. For that, you keep Phillip Rivers, which you will not. That's a third best case scenario for the third best landing spot for Brady. Whether San Diego, I think it's going to pursue Brady. I probably don't think so. I think they're going to go in the draft. They're going to kind of trade down and try to get a quarterback. And lastly, the Las Vegas Raiders. You got John Gruden, who's a mastermind. Belichick style. I think Brady would not mind playing for that coach that caliber. Nice running back in Josh Jacobs. Decent wide receiver stud Tyrell Williams, Tight end Darren Waller. Offensive line a little suspect, but I know they have lots of picks because of all the trades. And they also have some opening salary-wise. Great city in Las Vegas. Great tax break. You're in Las Vegas instead of California, so your money's going to go longer. Brady doesn't really need any money because his wife is loaded. But who are we kidding? It's the damn Raiders. So that's why I put him in number 4. Let me say it again. There's 4 top landing spots for Mr. Tom Brady to finish out his career. But number one place that he should stay and consider should be the Patriots. That's not up to him. He has to get a contract offer first. Tennessee will be his second best destination. San Diego, number 3, the Chargers, and then Vegas to cap it off. There you go, folks. Your boy just figured out the 4 best spots for Tom Brady to retire. I feel like Tom Brady, he's up in the East Coast. All of the East Coast people, like myself, I'm a New Yorker, right? And I live in South Florida, even though I moved here when I was 27. Been down here now for 16 years. Actually, no, it's like 25 because I'm 41 now. Usually retired down here, but more and more people are moving down here at a younger age because of the way of life and the cost of living and the quality of life, actually. People get tired of the cold. I feel like Tom Brady's picking a nice retire spot that's not Florida, but can be in between nice weather and be able to please his wife in order to finish his career. I mean, it is stupid to say that he doesn't want to stay with New England, right? I think it would be stupid to say. But I think he wants to explore other options and maybe make some noise. One thing I want to say about Tom Brady, he's going to be a Hall of Famer regardless. I mean, he's still the best quarterback of all time. Joe Montana, he may want to pull a Joe Montana and play for another team. Super Joe played 2 seasons with the Kansas City Chiefs. They made it to the conference finals. That's it. That was pretty impressive for somebody that almost couldn't walk after he got injured by Lawrence Taylor and was out for like 2 years. But in this case, Brady should really think about his legacy. There's not other team that's going to provide the comfort of New England. He should really, really think hard about just staying. And my guess is best case scenario will be staying in New England and finish out his career for the Patriots. It is what it is. Wow, man, it's been a minute. Great show. I appreciate the love. Even though I haven't posted in 3 weeks, downloads are still coming in. So I appreciate the love, man, from all my new listeners and current listeners and the ones that have been down with me since the beginning. I appreciate you all. Check out this new video. I made a 1v1 basketball game with my cousin Alex, who's 23 years old. I'm 41. We've been talking smack back and forth for about 6 months, and your boy took him out to the court and, show him a little something. Check out the video. Go down to the link, my YouTube channel. It's about 15 minutes long, very entertaining. You're going to enjoy it. Your boy got game still. On that note, I appreciate the love. Thank you for listening. This is your boy E-Man signing out. Average Joe Sports Talk. Peace.
Oh.